Hey, it's Poisson, it's your VTuber math lover gamer and nonsense enjoyer. Accompanied here, yeah, by John audience, the VTuber chat audience, one of the most VTuber chat audience to ever exist. You know, I'm so funny. I just straight up get my jokes from chat. I also figured out how to do the, oops, well, that's not what I meant to do, but sure. I figured out how to do the hotkeys on, LiveSplit, which you guys can't see right now, but also affects the YouTube videos. Yeah. Hey, Baron. How is everybody doing today? Today I had a very long, boring day at work, where I spent all day drawing. Well, no, that's not true. I did some math, and then I drew, and then I messed around with a music composition app on my iPad. Oh, it's a very nothing day. Hey, Quark. Hope you are all doing good. Tomorrow is probably going to be a very nothing day for me. And tomorrow is also going to be my Friday. It's nice. I just realized I'm on live chat. Or Quark spotting. It's true. That's Captain Quark right there. Those games are great. Ratchet & Clank is awesome. I have Rift Apart, and I played like half of it, and I never finished it. I don't know why. My thoughts on Haskell? I like it. Oh, I like it. Hey Shane, welcome. I thought it was really cool the fact that like there was no like memory limit, because it's literally just for computation and whatnot. And so I thought that was very intuitive. I thought that was very cool. Have I actually used it anywhere? No. But I haven't actually done coding in a while. Lift A2, a real applicative. I don't know. These programming nerds with their programming talk. Over here. Imagine being a nerd. I say that, but I hear my own voice. I know what I sound like. My default voice has a very actually energy to it. I'd say I gotta go back to school tomorrow, so have a day and happy toaster. Thanks for stopping by, Shane. Happy toaster to you too. Anytime I hear my voice, whenever I actually like start talking about stuff, it just always slips into that. So technically, that is not actually a commutative ring, although it is an abelian group. Jane's out here programming how to make a digital toaster, which respectable. All right, sorry, I have to delete you, PNG. What was that called? PNG Tree Man or something. I'm pretty sure PNG tree stuff is AI generated. Not all of it, but I think some of it. Because I seem to remember, like, seeing a picture of, like, a hay bale, and I looked it up, and the like, free PNG they were offering was so obviously AI generated, same with French fries. I was like, huh? Did a math thing. One of your professors gave a presentation on her research, and it was, ooh, what was the research on? If you don't mind my asking. Graph theory to work on the inverse eigenvalue problem, and it was really scary, but also, ooh, that does sound cool. I just realized my thing probably doesn't have enough light. Oh, it's cool. I like that. Yeah, the bit of math I did today was just messing around with some image processing formulas, and I just wanted to see the theory behind them. Fun fact, multilinguals often have different pitch and tone for each language they are fluent in. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have a friend who, whenever they speak Spanish, they have a lot more inflection, but whenever they speak English, it's a lot more monotone. And I think it's because they're just like they're more shy when they speak English because it's their second language. But part of me thinks I should start. Also, there was something about zero forcing and the Dominator set of graphs. Ooh. I don't know what that is. That sounds really cool, though. Wow, very, very useful. A node D of a control flow graph dominates a node. Okay, here. If every path from the entry node must go through D. Notation, this is written as D, Dom, N. And every node dominates itself, that makes sense. Okay, so it's just... So it dominates, yeah. Dominates because everything is forced to go through that single node. That's cool. However, that's so that's the computer science one, which even the Wikipedia article said not to be controlled with a dominating set. So let's read a dominating set. In graph theory, a dominating set for graph G is a subset D of its vertices that such that the vertex is a D, the neighbor D. The domination number is the number of vertices in a small dominating set of D. Dominating sets is red. The domination number of this graph is 2. Okay, so it's a subset of a set of nodes. Yeah, it can contain the set or adjacent to a node in the set. Exactly. Basically, you can hit every node with just a subset of the nodes. So funny enough, actually similar to a dominator, but not exactly the same. I had to wash my flesh vessel. We were talking about getting... No, we were not. We were talking about dominating sets, Jay. Graph theory. Modern Google first result is almost as bad as GPT. ChatGPT is much worse than first Google result years ago. Yeah, I remember Googling a type of cancer, but I didn't know it was a type of cancer. It was just like a fancy medical word. And I Googled it, and it started giving me the etymology of the word, and it's like, comes from the ancient Greek da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, okay, but what does it mean? It keeps going on about etymology, and then I click down on the NCI dictionary, and it's like, oh, it's a type of cancer for the brain. I was like, okay, that's all I need to know. See? That was so much simpler. You could just told me brain cancer. Hey, bud. That hurts you on your friend. You can get pretty far into friendship before it's... Wait, no, I said that wrong. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Highest friendship stat. I mean, listen. True best friend status is just dating your best friend. That's why my partner is my best friend. All friendships end in romance. Persona has a similar mindset, but they don't like gay people, so. But only if they're single. Yeah. Which should be the case. The phrase that makes me laugh, but I do not agree with it at all. But it makes me laugh is if someone says something about that, and you're like, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. Yeah, do not agree with it, but it's funny to say. You're only attracted to your friends? What is demisexual? Only feels sexual attraction after a strong emotional attraction has been formed? Yeah. I mean, that's always been the case for me too. I've never been the one to like leer the word? I don't know. I've mentioned before, it's like you have people I remember, like, middle and high school people I know would be like, hey, look at that girl's ass. Like, bro, what? First off, stop objectifying people. Second, why would I care about someone I don't know? In that way. Why would I care about someone, like, be attracted to someone I don't know? I was gonna look up something else just now. Oh, right. That's the one. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Demi theme. That's what it was. Fiend. This is the... Most people don't want to admit it, but this is actually what happens if I... Oh, that's... Nope. So this is what demisexual actually refers to. Is this man right here? Demisexual? Yeah. This is actually what demisexual refers to. Okay, I didn't know that hemigender is apparently a thing. Hemigender, or semigender, is a subset of demigender in which one feels that their gender is exactly one half gender and one half one gender and one half another gender, or genders. They're straight up using subsets. For example, a hemi boy would be exactly 50% male and 50% something else. It's a subset of demigender. It's hemi boy flux. Hemi boy flux is a gender in which one fluctuates between 0% and 50%. Being a guy and or min gender. Wait, what's min gender? Min gender is an umbrella term for all genders which are masculine in nature. Some min genders are related to manhood, but not all of them are. Min gender can also be used as a gender on its own, referring to any gender that isn't fully defined by being masculinity, but is still related to masculinity or a gender in which masculinity is its defining feature, but not binary male. Or it's not a binary man. It's often used by individuals who cannot narrow down their gender any more than it being a mask. Huh. Interesting. Sexuality a group operation? Is set theory a prereq to gender theory? It almost definitely is. There's a lot of these. What's a neo boy? Hold on a minute. Neo boy is a masculine aligned gender. It is the feeling of being a boy man outside the gender binary. Neo boy is a non-binary gender identity that is also considered under the min gender and Mia spec umbrella. What's Mia spec? A lot of these. They drop boy too. That's what neo boy is. There's a lot of these. Yeah, boy. Actually, Monoid, you have an associated binary operator with an identity element. There we go. go. Femboy. Femboy is a male who expresses or presents themselves with femininity with one or more gender qualities. What? What is this? That's awesome! So, the reason it's awesome, I'm gonna get to in a second. So, I learned just now, gender void is a gender identity in which one feels nothing where a gender should be. Why is there not a comic now where people are using, like, Jujutsu Kaisen powers, but with, like, gender powers? So they're gonna be like, domain expansion, gender void. That would be awesome. Sounds so cool. Activating the gender void. A femboy is a femboid in the category of endogender. Jujutsu Sorcerer's only ability gives you dysphoria. But it can't affect the guy who could, like, switch brains or whatever with his, who could, like, switch bodies by taking his brain out. He's like, you fool. I've been prepared for your attack for this whole, for generations. I absorb the gender of everyone I defeat in single combat. My pronouns are he times 12, she 55, femboy times 2, and O 768. Oh wait, was there like, my hair is pinker than you can possibly imagine. I love that stuff. Exactly. It's funny to put so many definitions on them, on like the gender spectrum, because that's binning it, but as you discover more, you'll have to create more bins. And so, like, there is a benefit to binning stuff, but, like, at some point it's impossible to bin everything. It's like putting metric balls around all real numbers. It's infinite. Although I'd assume that the genders are countably infinite, so it's close to the rationals. Okay. Where's Xeno? Xeno did the stream where they whatchamacallit, they made the gender fluid. They did chemical reactions on the gender fluid. I need to mathematically identify the gender fluid now. Alternatively, do what the Turkish does, and have one single pronoun for every gender and inanimate objects too, honestly. That's kind of how I use they. Everyone is they. Alright. Check this crap out. Ignore the fact that it's going blah, blah, blah. Alright. It is time. After 26 minutes of delaying. I had to wait for 6 of those for the game act. Of course. Oh, there we go. Alright. Time to do this again. I'm not gonna bother with the Alt F4 stuff because I couldn't figure out how to get that to... how to do that properly, how to time that correctly. I was messing around with this half an hour or an hour ago. Like, I got home from work and I started messing around with it. I figured out how to do the hotkeys. And I tried doing the Alt F4 skips, and I was like, you'll have to entertain yourself for the next few hours? What do you mean? There's gonna be at least a few hours of me, you know, driving and speeding and furiously camera watching. So, alright. 3, 2, 1. And like I said, I'm not doing the Alt F4 thing. Sure, Uno, anyone? Sure, knows. Oh god, this can be the next 45 minutes at least. 46 minutes. Oh, how was dinner yesterday? Dinner was good. It was fun. It was unexpected. Because, like, my partner came over to try out the Switch 2. And then my dad ended up getting pizza. And so they ended up staying. And then my brother's partner came over. And then we all just ended up hanging out until pretty late and didn't even realize it. It's only been a minute? Oh my god. The new Mario Kart, though, is hecka fun. Watching the stream of a scab cross the Switch 2 boycott line? I don't know what that means. Are people boycotting Switch 2 because of, like, the price? 87. That's what I heard, is that people were pissed about the $80 price, and so they didn't want to buy Switch 2 stuff. But it's also, like, the only thing that has, like, party games anymore that's not PC. I mean, there are other stuff like Overcooked and whatnot, I guess. But everyone likes Mario Kart. No! Also because of a bunch of shady Nintendo stuff. I heard that they were trying to copyright the Mario jump animation. Like, they were trying to copyright the Mario jump animation and the concept of mounting characters. Being able to brick your console if they suspect you're modding, that's crazy. What if, so like they should be able to ban you from an online game, but they shouldn't have control of your console. Because at the end of the day, I paid the thing, and if I'm not connected to online services, they have a patent for mounting characters and capturing enemies to use in battle. Oh right, so it wasn't like they got super pissed about Pal World getting success, and so that was their response. The response to Pal World was literally just, what if we try and patent the concepts in the same way? We were talking about this, where it's like the same way, what was it, like the React bros tried to patent, or tried to copyright React streams. The thing is, it's such a broad concept, and it already exists in so many levels, I feel like it's not viable. Like how reacting to something is a basic human function. The concept of getting on a horse is a real-world thing that Mario didn't invent. So I feel like that's not excusable. Oh, there goes connection. There's no way Nintendo's patent got through. That's such a broad concept. Then again, it's a big company. So it wouldn't surprise me, too. Like... It's such a big company that... Capturing enemies using battle was used by the Mongolians extensively. Exactly! They're gonna copyright strike Genghis Khan. Oh, speaking of horrible things, did you see the Marvel making the AI hologram of Stan Lee that you have to pay to talk to at, like, Comic-Con or something? Like, that's so messed up. The dude's dead. Just let people stay dead. A guy who was modding Switches and is now paying Nintendo a portion of his salary for the rest of his life? That's so... Well, I mean, yeah, Nintendo was also the one who was canceling Smash tournaments that high schools were hosting for charity. Because they weren't officially Nintendo licensed tournaments. And so they were like, oh, no. I'm so messed up. Leave the dead alone. Seriously. Like, just, the guy's dead. Let him stay dead. It's like when Disney did, like, the CGI of the guy who played Grand Moff Tarkin in one of the Star Wars. Just, seriously, stop trying to cash in on people's memories by trying to revive the dead. They're dead. Let those motherfuckers stay dead. It's crazy to me. I don't think even Nintendo does it for profit. They're just so autistic about maintaining absolute brain control, right? Which is also kind of impossible. Like, though it does make a bunch of money. Like, yeah, they have more money than they could ever want. Like, what could they possibly need more money for? Mario is, like, one of the largest grossing IPs in existence, and I think the largest grossing IP in the world is Pokemon, and then, like, Dragon Ball, and then Mario or something. No, it's probably, like, Spider-Man next. But, like, Mario's up there. So, like, there's really just no friggin' reason. You're passively making millions of dollars off of just this stuff's existence. Shut up. Nintendo is fighting against the concept of social entropy for no reason in this light. Exactly. No one's gonna steal Mario from you. You're not a startup. That made me jump. That made me jump. Shut up, dude. I got next. I'm not gonna bother with the skips because I couldn't get the timing right. Either night 2 or night 3 that Chica moves first, I don't remember. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk
I read congrats right as he said congrats.
It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know.
Horrible design flaw.
Or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time.
I will not.
The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off.
Was they, them ever inappropriate as a pronoun?
He doesn't like being watched.
So, I think some people
Anyway, I'm
don't
sure
like
you got
it,
everything
but
under
at the same
control.
time, I use it as a complete general. And so for me, it's like, I'm fine with it using, I use it for anyone, because it is by the default anything. That's true. The blind spot being a thing that you would see anyways, like there's no reason for there to be a security camera check on something you're already looking at. Makes sense. What were their names again? I remember Chica was Liz, and that's all I remember. I don't remember why Chica was Liz. But Chica was Liz. Oh, the lights push, hold, or toggle. Nah, you just click them. Chica was Liz because she's Elizabeth. No, I know that, but I was like, why was she Elizabeth? Did we ever have a reason for that, or is it just we chose a name? There's a good chance I figured it, or I said it just because I was like, Liz with the Riz. That's what they call Chica. They called her in animatronic school, which is just what they call working for Facebook. I don't know. No, working for Facebook is alien school. Like, working for Mark Zuckerduck, there's no way you're human. You said it, it's your joke. Fine, I'll give you credit. I'll get the joke tattooed on my back, and I'll say from J-Wing, or I'll quote it to J-Wing. They're like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, an average joke once, though. It's really funny for me to have the speedrunning timer, just because I'm not doing any of the speedrunning strats. Finally some recognition in this world. Did good. You shall be recognized for your contributions to internet comedy. It'll go down as history as getting a courtesy laugh. Getting a white person nose exhale. Just the nose exhale didn't register. But you know what I mean. Man, when I learned what, like, the white person smile was, and I was in middle school, and I was out with my friend, and we were setting up things in the hall for one of our teachers. And then I showed it to him, and he laughed, and he goes, "That's how you smile." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "It is. It's how you smile at people." And I was like, "No, it's not." And then someone walked by and nodded to us, and I gave them the white person smile and nodded back, and he's like, "You just did it." And I was like, no! And then the whole rest of the day, I just kept asking him if I was white person smiling, and he's just like, dude, stop, you're fine. I was like, but now I'm self-conscious about it. Look up white person smile, Jay. It's the thing where your, like, lips kind of tuck into your mouth. It's like a... I don't know how to describe it. Like you smile, but you're like... close your mouth with, like, your lips inside your mouth. I don't know. There's probably a word for it that I'm just not familiar with. There's, like, escaping my mind. But no, like, look it up. It's yeah, like, if you just look up white person smile, that's what'll pop up. You might be white. Now I just give people genuine smiles. Because I'm more outgoing now. Since coming out of college, I've gotten a lot better. And since I, like, started taking, like, anxiety meds and whatnot, I've become a lot better about that stuff. So it's not as much of a problem for me. Like, awkward smiles are not a worry for me anymore. Because I used to be, like, really shy. Like, I'd have trouble ordering at restaurants and stuff. And all that. Now it's no problem. It's funny, actually, I started my job, like, right before I started my anxiety meds. And I was super anxious at first, and then I started the meds, and then, like, 2 weeks in, I was completely fine, and now I've been at this job for a year and a half now? Or no, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in January. It's funny to hear kitchen noises like they're just rummaging through garbage. You can't smile unless you're in a genuinely good mood, and that's gotta be revved up for me. Do you also have anxiety, perhaps? Are you fighting through anxiety? Do you need some meds? I want to start adding speedrunner timers to just anything. It's anything I do.
Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not
You
what
got your fluoxetine at 14?
Anyway, I better not
And
take
you
up
got
too much
it
of your
9
time.
years before I did.
Things are getting real tonight.
No,
Hey, listen, I had an idea.
8 years earlier than I did. I
And want to
was
avoid getting stuck
that
into a
age.
Freddy suit.
Whatever.
Try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a mental skeleton into you. Wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
I think that it gives you false hope. There's a chance you need more fluoxetine then. Or there's a chance that the meds alone aren't doing it and you just need to change up your life habits. Or you need to practice, which I guess one could argue is changing up life habits. I did not expect... Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say something about fluoxetine. I was like, you know what? That's information nobody wants. Or if they do want it, it can show up in fan art. Actually, wouldn't show up in the fan art. The opposite of it would show up in fan art. Mind, I'm gonna stop talking now. Change your life. That's when ADHD comes in. That's true. And those doubling up is really rough. Like, OCD-based anxiety, which is what I have. I know when paired with ADHD, is a pain. Alright. I'm just hoping for not terrible RNG this time. Because night 3 is where I died the first time I did this. Because they just wouldn't leave. Or it wasn't because they wouldn't leave, it was because, what was it because of? It was because of something. Oh, yeah, it was like, was even a clip. The door light didn't work for some reason. I think I just wasn't fast enough. I was originally going to get Silent Hill F for this and do the stream with that, but then it was just like, that's $70 and I don't want to spend that until my next paycheck. Actually, next paycheck I want to pay off something else, because I owe someone like 200 bucks. I want to pay off that. I need to get a haircut. That can be a bit expensive. I keep seeing that thing. It's me. I don't know why. I wish I had more money. Debt percent speedrun. Yeah. I got ramen the other day. For 2 people, it was like 40 bucks. Money. The lack of money in this world is infuriating. Well, there's plenty of money in this world. The lack of amount of money that I have in this world is infuriating. I could always use a few extra dollars. I unironically was thinking about, like, what if I opened up the donation thing where you can donate indirectly? You can buy stuff, like a throne, and I was like, that one feels scummy. I'll just wait. I'll just be patient. I guess scummy isn't the right word, because it's like, when other people have it, I don't feel... I will always feel bad about, like, asking anyone for money. You'll donate your life savings of -$1. Wow. So generous. It's just like a Patreon button, and you click it, and it just sends $1 to your bank account instead of mine. I think I'm a % below target. Oh no, I'm up now. I'm up by 4%. Talking about like stocks. The Fazbear Light Power stocks. I'm hoping Bonneville staying there the rest of the night won't be a problem, but we'll see. See if I die at night 3 again, have to reset. I feel like it's been 5 AM for a while now. Baz is up 10% this quarter and expected to rise significantly more in the upcoming fiscal year, assuming no more people's faces get bitten off. Cool. Heck yeah. Easy. Alright, we didn't die on night 3 this time. That's better pace. Ooh. That man got ate the heck up. I think night 4 might be the one where Chica has higher aggro to start. Like, Chica starts at 5, I don't know. Up, up, up. 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 Up, up. Ready, you wanna try, please don't stuff me in your big suit. Exactly, that's exactly how it went. And then the man was stuffed in a suit. He's dead now. We pretend otherwise, though. The one thing, or the main thing I'm really excited... So I've never actually played a Silent Hill game, but I've listened to the soundtracks from, like, all of the games. And I've watched playthroughs of a number of them, and so I'm like, I really want to hear the soundtrack to the Silent Hill F, but I've intentionally been avoiding it, because that's probably going to be, like, my favorite part. Because, like, the soundtrack to Silent Hill 2 and 3 are bangers. He could still be alive. That's true. I'm sure there's some phone guy lore. Can't wait for the phone guy DLC. Exactly. In 2026, 12 years after the game came out. Me too. It was so fun to see how huge the resurgence of popularity was this game got after the movie came out. I just remember everybody playing it after the movie came out. There's something just kind of fun about that. It's happy to see the game came out good for them, yeah. Phone guy was gay, and Freddy was gay, and Chica was gay, and Bonnie was gay, and Foxy was straight. Foxy came out as straight. Everyone assumed Foxy was gay, but everyone. That's right. Every single person was playing the game. Except for me. That's my rebellious nature. I went against the trend. There's something weirdly infectious about... They're, like, ultrally infectious about FNAF games, where it's like, I hadn't played a FNAF game in years, but when Security Breach came out, and I never watched Markiplier, but I knew he was the FNAF guy. And then when Security Breach came out, I watched the entire playthrough that he did. Like, as it was releasing. And I have no idea why, because I never played the game or had any plan to give the game. Foxy's homophobic remarks were removed in the latest patch. Patch notes. Patch notes. Foxy can no longer be homophobic. Freddy's still hella sexist, though. Is Bonnie femboy representation? Because when I was a kid, everyone thought Bonnie was a girl, and then they said Bonnie was a guy. Someone said Bonnie was a guy. I don't know. But everyone thought Bonnie was a girl. So was Bonnie just the first animatronic femboy? You know what? Even if that's not true, that's the story I'm running with. Bonnie is canonically the first animatronic femboy. I have decided it. Boy Bonnie FNAF 2, that's femboy rep. That's true. Although, funny enough, my favorite character in these games is Withered Bonnie. He was always cool because he was so tall, and the fact that, like, even though he didn't have a face, you could just see the eyes, I always loved, and, like, his stance. And he's in the next movie, and so that makes me excited for the next movie. To be fair, I was excited for the next movie regardless, because the first movie was fun. I actually saw it on my birthday, because it came out on Halloween. That was nice, because the theater was basically empty, too. Because it was Halloween. With her Bonnie's big Dom energy. It's a phrase. That's such a Twitter thing to say. This character has big Dom energy. Like, say that in a regular conversation with someone. Like, you're just, like, talking to a person, you're like, you have big Dom energy. I'll be like, what? Don't boo me, I'm right. I'm just saying, that's not a thing people say. Like, real life. If people actually say that to each other, I would be very put off by someone just, like, saying that to me when they're not hiding behind a screen. Please don't describe my posts as Twitter again. I don't think you're fine. It's not even like a Twitter. I say like Twitter energy. I really mean just like internet energy of like. You say it to your friends over Discord, but again, that's hiding behind the real world. That's hiding behind a screen and in person. But those are your friends too. It's like if someone just like, I'm talking to someone, they're like, yeah, they give off big Dom energy, and it's like, my cashier, I'd be like, what? Don't say that to me. Please never talk to me again. As my personal opinion, at least. That was a night 4 with literally no encounters. You can't move the goalpost like that. What? I don't know what that means. I'm genuinely curious what that means. It'd be really funny if all it does is, like, the final night, he just goes... He said people... Person... Oh, but that's friends. I don't know. What do you mean? Well, so it's, like, depending on who you're comfortable with. Like, I have certain friends where it's, like... Yeah, I would make a joke about, like, their sexuality or something. Or, you know, them being a dom or a sub or something. Like, yes, I do have friends that I make that with. Is it all my friends? No. I feel like it's a very case-by-case thing. But that's also for, like, literally anything anyone ever says, ever. I'm not going to have the same conversation with my dentist that I'm going to have with my brother. And I'm not going to have the same conversation with one sibling that I'm going to have with another. That's just the way it is. The way it be. And I think that's valid. Hell, I even talk to my dentist and my dental hygienist differently. Like, my dentist, I'm more polite around, whereas my dental hygienist I can kind of shoot shit with, or shoot the breeze with. You let whether... I doubt they would even do anything to you. But, like, kill you. Like, what are you expecting to happen? There's nothing... Because whatever you expect to happen is not gonna happen. I shouldn't say that. Maybe you're expecting something very specific and violent to happen, and hell, that just might... Can't work with murder. Exactly, see? You have standards. The robots are gonna kill you. Their standards are much different. You can. Well, that's a... Yeah, well, okay. You do not have standards. Well, if that's the boat you float, I am not one to judge. I'm not one to... There are certain things you can judge. Like, people say, I won't judge, but you will always passively judge. It's unavoidable. Welcome back, Baron. You're missing a very engaging conversation about Jay's preferences when it comes to animatronics behaviors in regards to his own purity. Oh my god. Withered Bonnie give Dom energy. Thought so. I almost screwed that up. Feel good about the fact that I didn't die there. By all Wichita counties, I should have. I'm just thinking, sorry, I'm pretty below power right now. So, I think I'll have to... I think if they show up again, I'm screwed. If they don't show up again, I think I maybe can inch it out, but... Give an animatronic inch, take an animatronic mile. Baron, my savior. Not knowing the FNAF characters. I think animatronic inch is actually what they called Bonnie in grad school. Yeah, I think I'm screwed. What does what mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I think I lose this one. Alright, let's find out. I think I'm screwed. No idea what you're talking about. No, he just doesn't have a face. In that one. He has no face, and he must eat. Alright. Reset? Definitely did that on time. I'm just gonna like pass on all of them, but I mean, if you want, because I know there's a lot. I'm supposed to scream and fall off my non-existent chair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for letting you down. I want to try speedrunning in like GTA just to see how fast I could do it. I'm curious. Because I've only beaten GTA 5 once. But I don't want to beat it again. Because it's a fun story. But I feel like once you've done it, you know it. Once you know the story, doing it again probably isn't really anything. Not sure. Because now that I have the speedrunner timer, I want to do something with it. Skyrim 100% speedrun win? Never. Never. Like, I have a Skyrim character on my PlayStation that I still go back to, like, once every few months, who's, like, level 80, and I will do, like, a few side quests, and then just not play it again for a few months, and then go back and then do a few side quests. That I've slowly, like, I beat the game back in, like, you know, so I beat the game originally when it came out, back in, like, 2011, and then I beat the remake, and then we got it on PlayStation, I beat the PlayStation remake, or no, yeah, so I beat it on Xbox 360, and then I beat it on PC, and then I beat it on PlayStation, and then that's the on PS4, and the PS4 idea is PS4 save is the one that's been going for the past, 10 years or whatever. Project idea speedrun timer and C with Raylib teaches graphics programming. Ooh, I don't know why the speedrun timer, would it be like speedrun to successfully finish a project? Yeah, I beat Skyrim quite a bit. Like I beat it a number of times, and then yeah. I mean, I have a tendency to games over and over, and so that's why like GTA 5's kind of an anomaly. Because I really like New Game Plus runs and whatnot. Like, right after I beat RE4, I started RE4 New Game Plus. And the only reason I got to the part where you have to save Ashley on New Game Plus, and I stopped because I want to record that, and then I want to turn into a montage just for myself. I don't have the right song. I'll have to find the right song. That's on its own time. Also, Jay, there's no way I was going to fall for that one. That one was too obvious. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's too obvious. Oh, who's bestie in FNAF? Nah, not phone guy. Withered Bonnie. It's the only one I like. The rest are all mid. But even Withered Bonnie, I'm not willing to call bestie unless I like played that game. Because then I would be like, bestie, when a Withered Bonnie shows up. But exactly. So this game doesn't get a bestie. Not every game automatically gets a bestie. That's the thing. Besties, the title of bestieship is earned. It's like why 6 gets to sit on the council, but is not quite a bestie because they betrayed Mono. So 6 had bestie status and then kind of lost it. It still partially has it because they're cool. Best language for graphics is at least language. I don't know. I've never tried to do any sort of like graphics. Like I've done a minimal amount in the sense that I kind of made Tetris once. That's the closest I've ever used to like graphics libraries, and I mean Snake in Python. But yeah, I don't really know anything about graphics libraries, or even like like the game input libraries. Why programming language is so random? It's programming language. It's anything in the comp sci world, really. Like, there's a machine learning model named like Ultra Dolphin Wizard Badger or something. Programming Snake in Python is very fitting. I'll pretend that was intentional, yeah. And not just me using the only language I know to make the easiest game I could think of. I, of course, followed a guide to do it. There's no way I'd be able to do that without a guide. I'm not that good. In fact, I'm not even good at all. Perform analysis without a guide. I can do that one. That's my programming knowledge. And yet, I'm not very proficient in R. I'm okay in R. I need to find an excuse to do more R. I just need to write another research paper on my own. With no funding. Or no backing. Following a guide should never be frowned upon. I agree there. Like, the only way you're ever gonna... So, like, when I follow guides, though, I like to get a general step and then kind of screw around and try and figure out things on my own. Otherwise, I actually won't learn anything. So that's what I'm doing right now when I'm, like, a good chunk of today I spent just messing in, Logic Pro on my iPad. I'm not a musician, but I know what I want the thing in my head to kind of sound like. And so I can just kind of that to myself, and then press keys, and then run it in a sequence, and see if the sequence sounds how I want it to sound. Do I actually know what music notes are? Absolutely not. In that regard, I'm incredibly inefficient. But it is starting to sound how I want it to sound. It's fun. The thing is, it's like samples will never replace actual instruments, in my opinion, for a lot of stuff. And so like I can have a fun beat loop, and like I could put vocals over the beat loop, and like change it up as it goes through the song. But if I actually want like a guitar solo, I wouldn't. I don't feel confident that I'd be able to do that with samples. On 100% it's Skyrim in 80 hours. Disgusting, but makes sense. It's almost past Steam's refund limit. It's just past it, I think. Beating Skyrim, 100%ing Skyrim before a refund would be impossible, but beating Skyrim before a refund would be so easy, because you can beat Skyrim in 7 minutes, I think. Maybe even sooner. There might even be a 4-minute. There's like a 4-minute Elden Ring run, I know that. That has to do with the teleporting. Which is a cool strat. A weird strat, but it's a cool strat. I've watched a lot of speedruns for someone who's never actually speedran anything until right now. Oh, is the refund glitch is just speedrunning the DLC? Oh, yeah. Or it's like killing Mirak in 7 minutes. That's what I'm thinking of. You were able to refund after 2.5 hours, though? For a game? Huh. Cool. Yeah. I do that every so often. I'll pick up a game, try it out. And the other thing, though, is like you have to have purchased it within the last 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. I think the literal time might be a bit more variable, but I think the overall time has to be within the like 2-week limit kind of thing. Because like the Dawn of War Definitive Edition, I purchased that for like 25 bucks, played it for about an hour and a half, and I was like, eh. It's fun, RTS stuff, but it just wasn't my cuppa. And the game's not super well optimized despite being a remaster. Like, there's a lot of graphical upscale and whatnot, because it was, you know, made in the 90s. I think in the 90s, probably. No, I'm thinking Age of Empires. It was, like, made early 2000s, probably. But, meh. Not worth the 25 bucks, and so I end up refunding it. I'm not a fan of RTS. It's just like oftentimes the first attempt can be okay. The weird exception is like Age of Empires 2 is the only good Age of Empires. Did I find any fiction novels? Yes, in fact, I found one that I've been wanting to read for a very long time. By Cormac McCarthy, Blood Meridian. It is dark. There is a lot of it is a dark book. I was reading some at work today. It's good though. I really like it. And the main villain is very cool. His introduction is pretty messed up, but it's done in a cool way. where it like really shows that he's just like a pure evil person doing stuff for the sake of being evil, which I really like. Or like I like in that villain's design, because it makes him feel, and like his design feels more like he's a force of evil or like a force of nature more than an actual person. And so I like that. And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a play on because like a common or like in the US a big thing is like the glorification of the Wild West. You know, cowboys, John Wayne, Wild West movies and whatnot are made to seem very cool and grand and exciting, but it was also a horribly messed up time. And so the book doesn't shy away from that and kind of goes all in on it being horrible and messed up. And then when I couldn't help myself, I also bought a book on the mathematics behind AI and whatnot. I saw that and I was like, ooh, cool. And it was on sale for half off. And so I was like, yeah, there's no way I also don't pick this up. Although I do have Stormlight Archive and Lord of the Mysteries both written down on my whiteboard. And I did look them both up, and I read like the little summary to get the brief idea about what they're about. And they both sound interesting, so I think I want to try both of them. Because the last time I read like a novel series was the Skullduggery Pleasant books, and I remember really liking those. Those were always really fun. And there were like 8 of those, I think. And I was saying that there's 2 Lord of the Mysteries books out, and then there's like 6 Stormlight Archive books, but there plans to be, I think, 10 is what it said. So that's kind of cool. Big series are fun. Although books also take a long time to write. When did Stormlight Archive start getting written? If I know that, then I can know when to expect the rest of the books to come out. I want to give them a try though. Yeah, like after I finish Blood Meridian, I'll switch to something a bit more upbeat. And that could be something that's like high fantasy, which I'm pretty sure like Stormlight Archive is, or something Lovecraftian and which also is like kind of fantasy, which Lord of the Mysteries is. I'd be fine with trying either. Arc just finished the first 5-book arc of a 2-arc story. The next arc will start in, from what I hear, 10 years. Oof. Okay, that's a bit discouraging. I mean, that is kind of fun to have something that's over such a long period of time, I think is cool. But I think that, like, if it just finished its, like, if it finished an arc, That can be fun. Because then you can just read that arc. And assuming that arc still has a complete kind of story arc, no pun intended, then it could be satisfying to go through the whole thing. But it really depends, yeah. And who knows, you know, there's also the chance that I read the first book and I don't love it. Then I'm just like, okay, and then I don't have to worry about the next 10 years of books. Yeah, I guess it really depends on how it's written. I want, like, the point of view character. Are we back? Alright, we're back. Cool. That's good. Stormlight Archive was one of the first novel series you picked up as an adult, and the first book literally had you getting near the end. That's a good sign. I'll take that as a positive sign. The timer, yeah. Oh, Counting is restarting the Twitch stream. What the heck? Of course it did. Jay, that's a bad picture of Withered Bonnie. Because if you can see the face, it ruins it. Alright. It's now time for... It is now time for... Let me get this going. First, I want to start up music again. I'll just restart this video. Okay. Apart from the introduction, like a proper VTuber. Hey, hey, and all that jazz. I'm playing the song I was playing at the start, so I think that counts. Okay. Let's see if I can find good list. Just every FNAF character. That's how I'll do this. Okay. Okay. This is so dumb. Okay. Alright. A 10 cameras. Yeah, I'm gonna change the title to that on the FNAF character smash or pass. There you go. FNAF characters tier list. All FNAF characters. Yeah, I don't know who most of these are. So we're gonna change this. How do I just delete them? Delete. 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 Smash. Pass will be green, Smash will be red. Okay. Before you start, let me remind you that today is opposite day. Oh, is that right? Okay. Here we go. Let's hide my bookmarks bar. Okay. Is that clear enough for you guys? Is it zoomed in enough? Okay. I don't know anything past, like, this. This is the last character I know, so... So let's do this. You know, let's do this. I have so many strong opinions. Okay. First up. Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear is like the generic protagonist. He's like he's like the protagonist in H anime where you can't see the eyes because it's covered by hair. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me change the colors on these. Okay. And this. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did that change? No. What color should it be? Okay, hold on a minute. Thanks, Wisebot. I'm glad you... Yeah, Smash is gonna be red because that's bad. Okay. But yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's so generic, he's so vanilla. He's pass. He's definitely not. Now, Bonathan here. Bonathan here is mid. FNAF 1 Bonnie is mid. Like, he plays guitar. So, like, gets him points, for sure. But at the end of the day, he's just, like, playing guitar doesn't make you just, like, suddenly better than other people. I think he's got a bit too much of an ego. Pass. Now, Liz. This picture of Liz is very unflattering. You see, she has kind of the crazy eyes going on, and for some people that does it, but playing guitar used to be the hot guy thing. Yeah, but doesn't do it for me. FNAF 1 Bonnie can defy space-time. Think of how much that could do. Yeah, but it's kind of a poser. Ooh, I have superpowers. That's like someone being like, oh, I'm Superman, so you should be attracted to me. Nah. I'm Doctor Strange, so you should be attracted to me. Nah. But Chica Escaseno, some of the crazy eyes going on. And for some, that could be a thing. But I feel like I just want her as a friend, you know? We could bake sweets together. She makes cupcakes. I feel like that's just a friendship thing. I feel like we could be good buddies. Why does he have this look? Why does he have this look? This face is too... This face has too much energy. Fantastic Mr. Fox, what happened to you? Yeah, he's trying too hard. That's the thing. He's trying too hard. It just makes me uncomfortable. Sorry, Foxy, not interested. Sorry, Foxy, not interested. What does the fox say, though? Har, 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 har. It actually goes, yar, I be a pirate, and so forth. This dude's a ghost. He's not even real. That's an instant no. Okay, so, again, Freddy's just too generic. He's like the poster child. He's like the generic. He's so boring. He's so boring. That looks like a child. Pass. Phone has no explanation. It's trivial. Exactly. Chica, are you okay? This Chica doesn't have a nose. This Chica doesn't have a nose. That's unhealthy. You need... If you don't have a nose, then I feel like she had some, like, facial reconstruction surgery. Like, she should be more proud of her appearance. I'm sorry, I can't support that kind of mentality. Like, why would you do that to yourself? You were beautiful, Chica. And then you got rid of your nose? I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry, but no. Dislikes muscle implants? Correct. I would hate that. That would be freaky as fuck. Thinking about this one. I'm thinking about this. Typical 6-foot take. I mean, listen. Listen, I wish I could... Mangle is great disability representation. No. No. Do I need to justify this one to anyone? I feel like this one speaks for itself. I feel like that one doesn't need a defense. That's just kind of obvious. What them strings do? Exactly. You would want to data Spirited Away reference? Exactly! You guys could talk about Studio Ghibli, except they're just like going like ding 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 ding. Wait, that's a different... But whatever the music box plays. Also in the FNAF 2 trailer, the shot of the marionette's hands coming over the above the lady are awesome, and then just the marionette's just in the background of one shot. Awesome. They've always been like one of just the coolest edgy characters. So they absolutely have my... Freddy, we've established my feelings on Freddy. He's mid. This is the only true bestie material. This is the only true bestie material. Right here. I vibe so hard. Like, again, it's the shot. The shot whenever he's standing in the office in the second game, and it'll just turn on, and he's just standing there with his head cocked, and he's missing an arm, and he's just so tall looking down at you. Okay, I get it now, Jay. Okay, I get the... okay, Jay, I'll admit. I get the big Dom energy comment. I get the big Dom energy comment. Okay, fair enough. But do I want him as a bestie? That's the thing. I feel like I want... Should I make... You know what? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. I should make a third one that's just called Bestie. How do I add a row? Add row above. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, purple or pink, exactly. That's Bestie. It's... I know it can be both, but it's like... It's special. Wither Bonnie special. Wither Bonnie gets the bestie role. I'm just trying to figure out the geometry of Chica's mouth. I feel bad for this Chica. They seem to not be mentally all there. They seem scared. She seems like, ah! Like, is she okay? Is she okay? Are you okay? Do you need anything? I feel like this Chica needs, like, a hug. But I'm the non-Euclidean mouth. Well, when you put it like that. They're doing a thumbnail phase. Let them be. Oh, that's true. That's true. They're just selling the jump scare. Alright, Chica, that's fair. But pass. Foxy again. Foxy again is just like trying to pull the Rizzler face. But now he has like brain damage too, so it fails even harder. But he's trying his best. Good on him. Good on him. Good on him. Like, I'm... Chica speedrunning 1 mil. That's true. Chica's the kind... This Chica's the kind who, like, jumps out of her chair when she gets jump scared. Respectable. But yeah. Foxy, sorry. No. Golden Freddy, again, is not real, so it's just, like, not even a chance. I have no idea what this is. Foxy reminded me of the Dream Face reveal. My takes on Fox are so terrible. He's trying so hard. He's like trying to do the Rizzler thing. Like he's trying to he's trying too hard. No. No. I have no idea what this is. So just based off the nothing that I know. So it looks like a Bonnie, kind of, but purple. He has that sharp chin. That's true. This one's a step above the FNAF 1 version, but still no. To be fair, the FNAF 2 one pulls it off better than the FNAF 1 version. The FNAF 1 version is like, that's Shadow Freddy? Oh, if it's a Freddy, then pass. We've been over this. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what that is. It looks like a Bonnie, or like a spring trap. Like it looks like this thing down here. So, and this thing is Shadow Bonnie. Okay, and this thing was gonna be a pass for sure. Looks like a Shadow Fight boss. So it's like, like there's nothing to go on. I think that's a pass. see this. What are you supposed to do there? That's like falling in love with a stick figure kind of thing. His name is Ratchet. But if you put an accent over it, so he's actually Ratchet. He's actually just a twink. Oh, is he? Still doesn't... Still pass on him. He's too short for me. I feel like... So this guy feels like a stick figure. Richet here. Looks like a stick figure. And I don't think so. Just, I don't think so. There's nothing appealing about a stick figure for me. Alright, that's gonna be another pass. Spring trap. Alright, we're back. Cool. Can't we cut out just... You'll just assume you love him? The thing is, underneath this, he's an old man. I saw the FNAF movie. He's a sweaty old man. Hard pass. So, all of these ones. There's a... Oh my god. There's so many. Okay. All these ones. These are all ghosts, right? Like, these 6. The ones from 3. Like, isn't everything in 3 besides Springtrap a ghost? Oh my god, the connection's failing again. Do OBS and... Okay, see, that's the thing. We've established how we feel about ghosts. Exactly. Icky, icky, icky. They look like slimy and greasy. And that's just a hard pass, even the marionette. Okay, so yeah, next we have this thing. And this is just like another weird little Bonnie toy. It's like a foot tall. So, a hard pass on that. Ugh, my connection again. Silent Hill music for this. Okay. We're gonna cut out the Twitch stream. I don't think that's helping. But I think that'll assist connection. See. Okay. End of that. Let's see if my connection improves. Anyways, yeah. So next up is the like a toy spring trap. It's like a foot tall pass. That's a hard pass. That's like a stuffed animal. It's literally a stuffed animal. Hello? Connection? Connection, please? Whatever. But yeah, so like that's a stuffed animal. That's a hard no. And then next are these things. These things look like they're on fire. Seen some comics that convince. That's a sentence. Oh, that's a sentence. I don't know what the context or the case would be, but hey, if that's the case, then that's the case. Alright, so these things look like they're filled with fire, in which case I can't imagine that is comfortable. So I think it's gonna be a pass on both of these. That's a thing. Like, that's straight up a jack-o'-lantern. This thing. See, this feels like a knockoff marionette. So if, like, we look at marionette up here, like, this is a certain magic to it, you know? I don't know what this is. This is like Marionette's, like, chubby little brother. Like, why would I care when I got the S plus version up here? Hard pass. Balloon Boys are all hard pass. Cutting Twitch to optimize bandwidth for FNAF Smasher Pass is necessary. Of course! Priorities! Priorities! Unironically, so I don't know what this is. This thing, though, has, like, mad bestie energy. What's the name of this character? Like, who is this? Do we know who this is? Like, why is their thing and only a please stand by? Because, like I said, they got bestie energy. They got bestie energy. Little bit. Have a look. FNAF, little bit. The second I saw what they looked like full body is look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Absolute. And bestie, and both. It's hard. Twan arc. You know what? Actually, we need a new, just for them. Add row below. Will be gold. Oh wait, no, that's supposed to be the one. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Why is it there? There we go. Okay. Let's see. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. But, so this looks similar to this. And this had stick figure energy, and this also has stick figure energy, so it's gonna be hard. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sorry, but no. Alright, next we have a keyboard? Keyboard with keys in the incorrect spots? What am I looking at here? Is this the keyboard that glitches that calls you like Eggs Benedict or something? Is that the right thing? I don't know. The only things I've ever seen from these, from the sister location is stuff, is the, funny enough, like I was talking about, the JT music. Can't wait to meet you, so join the animatronic family. He's funny, but I think it has a pass. I don't know anything about these ones. Again, I just know that one song. Not gonna lie, number theory is really fun for homework, so idea of exam scary. What if you just don't remember the related factoid during a question? The thing is, in theory, pun intended, in theory, the concepts should build on each other. Or you prove it or you fail. The idea is that the concepts build on each other, and so the theory, thinking about it also in examples can help. So it's like, how can I justify certain things or behaviors in sets and stuff? That, I think, is going to be your best friend. Because, yeah, it is a weird spot of just, like, what if I just don't know? And so, in a sense, there is a level of memorization, but... Okay, what? But yeah, so like, if you can focus on the functionality of the concepts and find good ways to recall it, that's gonna be your trick. Right, I know nothing about any of these. Except, like I said, that JT music song. Is this the game that has to do with butter? Don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna say no for you. This is Funtime Foxy, right? The black eyes on a little bit. I guess Funtime will earn, because Mangle does, so Funtime will earn Smash, but not Bestie status. True Bestie is what you aim for. This is second best, this is third best, this is, like, We're not even really friends. We're friends, but it's like, we're acquaintances. No. This is a Freddy, and I don't like Freddies. Cats are hygienic by nature. Yeah, trust me, I know. I am. One of my coworkers was even, like, it was really weird, but funny. My coworker yesterday was like, something smells really nice. Is it you? Do you smell nice? And I was like, I washed my hair this morning, and I have hand moisturizer on, and face wash, and then face moisturizer on, and also, like, condition my hair and whatnot, and I have deodorant on, and I was like, so maybe? And they're like sniffing the air around me. They're like, yeah, it's you. You smell really nice. And I was just like, okay. Poisson frequently likes. No comment. So this clown thing, I don't like clowns. Clowns don't scare me, but it doesn't like me. And then this, dude, hard no on both of those. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here, but hard no, because it looks like a friggin' weird bald man. Not interested. Not interested in the slightest. This is like vanilla Bonnie. Don't like clowns, you need more selves. I just got lit up in 4K. Hot dog! God damn! I just got schooled in 4K, in buffering 4K. We're gonna say pass, because I know he uses a hand puppet, and that's weird. So pass. I don't know what's going on here. Those two Bonnies are the size of hand puppets? Yeah, then no. We've established my feeling on the stuffed animals. Again, this is discount marionette. Why? If I have S tier here, why would I ever bother with something like this? Pass. And this is like creepy ballerina thing. Like, what games are these? Like, what the hell is any of this even from? What the hell is any of this from? Also, it loops. Oh yeah, we end here. I have no idea what's happening. Are the security breach guys not in here? Huh. I guess it's not fully up to date. Yeah, like, we start here, and then it just starts looping. It just has the whole list twice, what the heck? That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of can immediately tell. Like, this is gonna be a no. Like, these things are just walking garbage cans. I'm not interested. This is a Freddy, so hard no. This is a cassette tape, and the cassette tape can play the Resident Evil menu save screen, so that's a hard yes. That's a Freddy, hard no. Literal garbage, hard no. I don't even know what I'm looking at with this whole lineup. What the hell is any of this? Like, I have no idea what to make of any of this. But they all look like Teletubbies. That's a Freddy, so no. That's a Freddy, so no. I can knock those out of the way. Are they actually Freddies for sure? Who knows? But they feel like Freddies. Those are Pizzeria Simulator animatronics. That clears up literally nothing. Is this Simon Says? I just look at all these and I immediately know, no, they're like actually, the hard no on all these. What is this? What is this thing? This is what I need to know. Because it looks like Simon Says. And Simon Says sounds fun to play. That's Candy Cadet. Candy Cadet. Oh, okay. And he tells story. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Looking at all of these, I already know what's gonna go where. I could save you all so much time just in 30 seconds. Because these are all just boring. Like, I've made my feeling on the vanilla versions. These are just like cartoon versions of the same thing. Absolutely not. No. 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 Well, I'm proud of the fact that he likes his teeth. Take pride in your crest white strips, I guess. Alright, so, yeah, so crest white strips here and is also going to be a pass. Aspen Dental. Spots for today's stream. And then, like, yeah, cuts went. Braid Shadow Dental. Sorry, I just responded to a message. We established the feelings. Guitars do not make you cool anymore. These are gonna be a hard no. That's a Freddy, so that's a hard no. What's this? Oh, probably, yeah. If you typed a link, then it probably got masked in chat. This thing... Oh, it's this thing. That's gonna be a hard pass. I don't know what this is. This is a chicken of some sort. This is a hard pass, easy, along with all these. Like, I don't even have to say those. Those are guaranteed pass. Oh, and if this thing passes, well, this is obviously the same thing. So, pass. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Just pixels? Well... It's tough. Before we get to that, though, I feel like we have an obvious one. Cassette player. The feelings on cassette tapes and cassette players have been made very clear. That's Vanny, right? That's from Security Breach Hard Pass. old man consequences. He fishes in a lake and delivers divine punishment. This thing? Or this thing? Because that's gonna be a pass. Then we have a Frankenstein Freddy, by the looks of it. The red guy, okay. Yeah, old man consequences, that's gonna be a pass then. I don't like fishing. I went fishing once and I did not care for it. That was also like 13, but no. It's just because I don't like fishing. I don't want someone to smell like fish. Like, I don't want their hands to smell like fish. I know. I'm a cat that doesn't like fish. I'm breaking the stereotype. So a Frankenstein Freddy is definitely going to be a pass for the aforementioned reason of it's a Freddy. And then this is much like the Hedis one. These ones, like that, they're full of fire, so hard pass. Dude, you're not even trying. That dude's just in a costume. That's just a creep. That's a pass. And Scott Cawthon, I cannot forgive you for making this franchise, so that's a pass. Alright. So we have a lot that we were not interested in at all. They're too boring. He's trying too hard. That's a ghost. They're weird robots. Those are children. Trying too hard is Freddy. Jump scare, enjoyer. Trying too hard. Ghost. Freddy. I don't even know what the hell. Stick figure. Old man. Disgusting ghosts. Stuffed animal. Fireballs. B tier. Child. Stick figure. It's a computer. Don't know anything about them, so not interested. Weird baby face. Freddy. Hand puppets. B tier. Gross garbage. Literal garbage. All vanilla. Too proud of his smile. Guitars don't make you cool. Children, not interested. Freddy, don't know, so not interested. It just looks boring and vanilla, kind of like... Or it looks kind of like these ones, but I don't know them, so it's the same logic. That's just messed up, man. That's obviously that. Stuffed animals. Vanny. You like the taste of fish or seafood? No, I do not. Old man. Frankenstein Freddy. Fireball. Creep. Disappointment. Because he made this series. Alright. What that sound wave do? No comment. Marionette for obvious reasons. Personal insight to my weird mental interests. Just a B tier smashable bestie, which just makes them smash. What that sound wave do? I like to listen to people. I like to have a good conversation. What that sound wave do? The Twanarch, the Twink Monarch, the Twanarch. Bestie. I feel like this is yeah. Share on Twitter. Oh, it just sends you the... No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Discard. Zoink Scoob, that's a creepy thing to open to. This list is acceptable. Yeah. And you got to learn a little bit about me. In a very specific set of instances. Very specific set of instances. Now, what if we did it all again? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. That was a good idea for a second half of this stream. Yeah, I had nothing planned after that. Like hell, that wasn't even planned. Just kind of ended up that way. What time is it? We learned you dislike tuna. I do not like fish. That is true. I am not an enjoyer of fish. Nothing really to... Oops. Part of me kind of wants to end it here. One, because I'm getting weird connection messages, and also because I'm tired and need to make my lunch for tomorrow. Because I have another really long day tomorrow. I don't think the fish would be sad that you don't want to eat them, exactly. There's probably just some sort of like level of failing as me as a cat. Because of it. Alright. There we go. I got my tier list saved. And I can call back on it whenever I need to. I don't know when I would ever need this again, but if I did. My opinion on all FNAF characters. I'll just have that tweet tomorrow. The 25th at 9 AM, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Your lowest point you can remember, bestie. Exactly. I can just think about how cool Withered Bonnie is. That's all you really need. That's all you really need. I can think of how cool Withered Bonnie is, and I can aspire to be the Twink Monarch, whatever their name was. Lolbit? Yeah, I can aspire to be Lolbit. That's what I want to be when I grow up. I like that one. Yawn. So, tomorrow I'm gonna be off. Tomorrow's my Friday. I just kind of want to chill. I do some editing. Probably, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I'll try and get, because I have a calculus video I'm all but done with, and I need to get that done. But yeah, so on Friday I will be doing a Minecraft stream, and I will be hanging out in voice chat with you guys on the server. So if there's any cool stuff you want to show me on the server, anything you guys would want to do, like if you find the end portal or something, you're like, oh my god, we find the Ender Dragon. We do whatever. But yeah. I am going to end stream right here though. Thank you all for watching. I have been Poisson Variants, your VTuber Math Lover Gamer and Nonsense Enjoyer. I will see you all on Friday. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye!